Okay, y'all. So again, let's try this again. Okay, I was definitely on the wrong set of system. Okay. So for those of you guys who are not familiar with who I am, my name is Patrice S. Jordan. I am the president of Her Secret Vault. I teach entrepreneurs how to build business credit utilizing EIN only. Okay. So as I was saying a little bit earlier, so we now have figured out a play on how to utilize Sam's Club to invest into real estate. OPM, other people's money. Remember, we can utilize our business credit, our no PG business credit, in order for us to invest into real estate. There's people teach business credit different ways. And there's nothing wrong with the way that people are teaching, right? I would never take that away from anybody. Some people teach PG. Obviously, I teach no PG. But it's the people who teach PG and then say, oh, these accounts are a waste of time. You guys shouldn't do that. Come to me to do credit repair, because they also do credit repair as well, too. Right? Come to me to do credit repair and then we'll help you do real estate. And there's nothing wrong with that. But remember, there's other ways. There's other ways. So I'm never the person to take away from what other people do. But people love to say that you cannot do something when you can. So we can literally utilize our Sam's Club card to invest into real estate. I'm going to break down to you guys very simple how to utilize Sam's Club to invest into real estate. Okay. So first, and I'm going to drop a video on that, but I want to show you guys how to utilize Sam's Club to invest into real estate. So Sam's Club has two different type of cards. They have their store cards and then they have the MasterCard. The store cards, obviously, you can use it in stores. You can also use it as Walmart, because Walmart is also, partnered. I think it's the same company as Sam's Club. Once you utilize the store card, you can actually utilize the store card to get gift cards. Remember, it's not what you get approved for, it's how much you get approved for. So that's the difference. We don't want Sam's Club to get $250 or $2,000. We want $10, $20, $30, $40, $50,000, right? As I showed you guys that play last year, how to maximize Sam's Club. So you can actually utilize your Sam's Club card in order for you to invest into real estate. It's called liquidation, right? You also have the Sam's Club MasterCard. The MasterCard is exactly that, a MasterCard. You can liquidate that card and turn it into cash and then invest into real estate. So stop letting people tell y'all that these vendors are a waste of time. There's so many different ways, right? So for instance, Home Depot. We know Home Depot is a vendor. Home Depot is a vendor that provides things for your home. Once you get the real estate property through OPM, other people's money, by utilizing Sam's Club, now you utilize Home Depot to get everything that you need, or just about everything that you need for that property, right? You can buy lights. You can buy, if you need the caulking, if you need to fix something, you have OPM, other people money. Lowe's do the same thing as well, too. Lowe's have these products where you can get lights, you can get bulbs, and all these things is for you guys to utilize within real estate. So I love to hear people say that these things are a waste of time. It's only a waste of time because they're not being creative. There's nothing wrong with doing PG business credit, nothing at all. I chose not to do PG business credit because of my situation back then, which was, for those of you guys who already know, I used to be an immigrant. I now have my social security number. Yes. I now have my citizenship. Yes. But I had to figure out a way around it. So I stuck with no PG business credit. Do I know PG business credit? Of course. Do I know credit repair and stuff? Of course. My personal credit is good and my business credit is good on the no PG side. Because when we get into real estate within itself is a high risk industry. It don't matter how you look at it. Obviously, we want to make sure the numbers is right when it comes to real estate. But it's a high risk industry. But if you're utilizing OPM, other people's money, versus utilizing your credit card on the personal side that now shows utilization, now your credit goes from being an 800 to dropping down to a 750 or a 780 because you have to utilize the credit in order for you to invest into real estate or whatever venture that you're looking to do, right? So it's not just real estate, whatever venture that you're looking to do. So this is why it makes sense to build business credit on the no PG side. If you choose to build on the PG side as well, no problem. But also invest into the no PG side because these vendors come in handy. They're not a waste of time. You utilize Lowe's, you utilize Home Depot, you utilize Sherwin-Williams. Sherwin-Williams, we know, have paint. How many investment properties have you guys ever invested in that you don't have to paint, especially if you're buying and flipping, right? So now you're utilizing either your cash on hand, which is a bad deal, or you're utilizing your credit card to get the points on your credit card, but you have to wait now until you get a tenant into the property or until you sell the property. So now your credit goes up and down, up and down, up and down, versus utilizing OPM, other people's money. Get the paint from Sherwin-Williams, okay? Go to Home Depot. Home Depot has just about everything that you need when it comes to real estate, right? Down to cleaning products. You go to Lowe's. Lowe's have all the cleaning products. They have refrigerators, not refrigerators. Well, do they have refrigerators? I meant to say washing machines, but they have washing machines. They have dryers. And these are all things that you can put into this investment property without it jeopardizing your personal credit, right? Without your personal credit going up and down, up and down, up and down, because now you have to get a tenant in there. You utilize your credit card to swipe to go get these things. Now your personal credit score is going up and down, versus utilizing your retail vendors to be able to invest into real estate. And when you utilize your retail vendors, it does not affect your personal credit. So now you can go and get more funds on the personal credit side without it affecting your business credit side. So I do understand why people say, I get it. It's a waste of time. And I had somebody come into my inbox and say, hey, I watched this video with this person talking about it's a waste of time to utilize these vendors. It's a waste of time when you don't know what you're doing. Everything makes sense. We do not want to discredit anybody from doing PG. If you do PG, make it make sense, right? Absolutely love it. If you do no PG, absolutely make it make sense, right? If you do just straight personal credit, absolutely make it make sense. But you have to understand on the business side, you get 10 times more funding on the business side than you do personal. And at the same time, it does not affect your utilization with your personal credit going up and down, because you're utilizing your personal credit cards to swipe your personal credit cards to be able to go and invest into real estate or whatever it is. Either way, it still works, right? Regardless if you do PG, it works. If you do no PG, it still works. If you just do it straight credit, it still works, right? But let's make it make sense. We want to, especially the times that we're in right now, people are swiping away with their credit card because they're trying to live, right? Eventually, some people will default on personal credit cards for them to live. Had that been on the business side, it doesn't affect you personally. A month or 2 or 3 from now, you could have went and decided to go invest into real estate on the personal side and then eventually switch it over to the business, because it is something that you can do. You can refinance that property into the business name. So if you started off personal, not a problem, right? You can refinance into the business name. There are lenders that will lend you up to 85% for residential and up to 80% for commercial, right? Actually, it's 75% and 70%, excuse me, 25 and 75. So you're responsible for 25%, which once you refinance, you now have equity in that property, right? You now have equity in that property. So that 25% that you're responsible for now refinance, putting this in the business name. Now you take out a HELOC, home equity line of credit, and you invest into another property. When you invest into that other property, now you have the 25% to only put it into business and not doing personal. Because on the business side, you have to come out of pocket 25% with some lenders, not all lenders, of course. On the commercial side, you have to come out of pocket 30%. So it's not about any right or wrong way to do this. Everybody is correct, right? But the thing that I have and I don't want to say it's an issue. I just be passionate about what I teach y'all. But the thing for me where my passion comes from It's when people tell y'all stop wasting y'all time with the Home Depots or the Lowe's or the Sherwin-Williams. That's not going to help you. Watch me. This whole investment property that I'm in right now was furnished and everything through business vendors. From Sherwin-Williams, we utilize Sherwin-Williams for the paint. Amazon Pay by Invoice for all these things that y'all see sitting behind me. We utilize Wayfair for all the chandeliers and the chandeliers. What else did we get? We got the chandeliers, the lights and stuff from Wayfair. We utilize Home Depot, right, for certain things. So that's the part that kills me, and none of it touched my personal credit. So now with my personal credit, if I do decide, so now I have one investment property over here on my personal credit. If I want to decide and says, hey, you know what? Let me go get another property under my personal name. Now I have crazy personal credit, right? 800 credit score. I utilize at one investment property, all of my most of my vendors to be able to get this property up and running, right? And then make the property make me money, from renting out the pool to being able, because there's an app called Swimply. You can rent your, if obviously look at the areas that you guys are in. You can utilize the app called Swimply to rent your pool out, right? Now, you cannot do that in certain areas like gated communities and stuff like that. You cannot do that. Trust me, I learned the hard way, right? So one of my properties was an investment property. They have two different HOAs. I called HOA, which I guess was the top HOA. I'm like, hey, this is what I'm looking to do, rent out the pool. No problem. It's your property. Do what you want. These little bougie neighbors was not having it, okay? Because I am the only person in this community, okay? They were not having it. So then another HOA company reached out to me and they said, hey, we got a complaint that, you were renting your pool out, da, 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 da. And I'm like, a complaint? I was like, I already reached out to you guys about this. They was like, no, you reached out to the wrong HOA. And they were really nice about it. So don't get me wrong. They were really nice about it. And they was like, no, you can't do that. Okay, no problem. So I asked specific questions. Remember, I don't want to say live in the property, right? But you have to understand conventional loans versus FHA loans and all those other stuff, right? So now I'm asking about the inside dwelling. I was told as long as it's owner occupied, right? Because we have a 5-bedroom, 4-bath. As long as it's owner occupied, we can't tell you what to do on the inside, right? So now we have a plan to rent out all the other rooms, right? Now, when you say owner occupied, you have to be living on the property a certain amount of time. It is very simple. I travel a lot, okay? I also have a second location, apartment, whatever it is that you want to call it. You can go stay in a hotel or whatever, right? It's still owner occupied. I can position it as me traveling for this amount of time, and then I'm renting out each room to different people, right? So like, let's say your rent is $5,000, okay, a month. Each one of those rooms you can rent out for $1,500 per month, right? So if we're looking at $5,000 per month is your mortgage, because we're talking about mortgage right now. We're not talking about rent, which you can report your rent. Make sure you guys are reporting your rent, okay? It reports as a trade line. We're talking about mortgage. You have a $5,000 mortgage. You have 5 bedrooms. You want to rent 1,500, 1,500, 1,500, 1,500, 1,500, right? 1,500. 1,500, that's $3,000. Times that by 2, that's $6,000. Times that by 1 more, that's $7,500. So $7,500 minus your mortgage of $5,000, right? So they're paying your mortgage. Now you have a balance from that $2,500 minus the bills and stuff that's going to come with it. So let's just say $1,000. So now you have a $1,500 profit on that property, times that by 12. Somebody do the math on that for me. Times that by 12. This is why I have an accountant, okay? Because math is never my strong suit, but I ain't stupid either. Somebody do the math on that for me, right? $1,500 profit a month, times that by 12. Anybody drop that math on there for me, right? Make it make sense. And again, I'm not utilizing my personal credit to be able to do things like this. You can get an infinite banking policy, which is called a life insurance policy. It's for life, not death. Okay, it's for life. Life insurance policies is for life, is not for death. You can get an infinite banking policy, which you can become your own bank. Fund that policy, which is what I did. Fund that policy and utilize that money from that policy to put a down payment on whatever that property is. So if you have an initial investment, you've never done real estate before, you're trying to get it together, utilize that policy to fund that property, right? You got to put your down payment down and everything else. $18,000 a year, right? Now you're making $18,000 extra. Thank you for that. You're making $18,000 extra a month from renting out all 5 rooms, right? All you have to do is ever so often come back to the property, because again, owner occupied, but it's still owner occupied because I do not have a second location that I'm staying at, right? I'm traveling. Part of traveling is that the business is paying me to travel, or the client is paying me to travel, right? I have to stay in a hotel, or I might just get an Airbnb. This is not my personal residence. It does not show up on my credit report that I have another place somewhere. So it's still, y'all get smart with it, okay? It's still owner occupied. It's considered owner occupied because I own the property, and technically I occupy the property regardless if I'm gone 6 to 8 months or whatever throughout the year. We're going to make this make sense. So whichever route that you guys decide to go, do not allow people to tell y'all that one strategy don't work. Make all strategy work. If it's no PG, if it's PG, if it's just straight personal credit, make it work. People love to tell us what we cannot do, okay? And every time we defy the odds and show them what we can do. Home Depot makes sense. Lowe's makes sense. Sherwin-Williams makes sense, especially if you're getting into real estate. You can utilize those vendors to do things instead of spending that money on your personal card. A to B makes sense. Valero makes sense. What's that company called? BP makes sense, right? These are all gas cards. If you're in the Turo space like I am in, I utilize that to be able to put gas in the car, to deliver every car to these guests on a full tank. The thing with Turo is that these guests, when they finish, they have to refuel the tank. So now I'm not losing any money. Or if I have the clients who are not refueling, but they're paying for prepaid. So they're paying for prepaid, right? Which is that, hey, if I bring the car back empty, you're responsible for filling that tank because I already paid on the app for me to be able to bring the car back empty. No problem. Here goes no PG business credit. Swipe gas tank, fill up the tank, 70, 80 bucks, 60 bucks, whatever it is. So it all makes sense. There's just different strategies. It's just different strategies. Y'all, do me a favor. Stay out of my Stay out of my inbox with all these people that keep telling y'all that you should not do this. Look, there's no wrong way to do this. There's strategies to do this. Make it make sense. If you're in real estate, it should be no reason why you don't have a Home Depot card. You know how many things you can get from Home Depot? It should be no reason why you don't have a Sherwin-Williams card. You know how many paint and stuff you can get from Sherwin-Williams? It should be no reason why you don't have a Lowe's card. It should be no reason why you don't have a Sam's Club MasterCard, right? It should be no reason why you do not have an Amazon Pay by Invoice card when they're giving you free $20,000 with Amazon Pay by Invoice. Right? Sam's Club, $50,000. We talking about numbers. Obviously, we don't want to just go get the petty cash and get $20 here, $1,000 there. Again, hence why I tell you guys build in tier. From tier 1 to tier 5. We're going to make it make sense. When we build out of tier, yes, it does not make sense to have that, because what can you realistically do with $500 at Lowe's? You can do a couple of things, but not much. You utilize loads for your washing machines, your dryers, things like that, right? If you're running Airbnb, you guys some of you guys may understand how to run an Airbnb. And Airbnb is not for the weak. Regardless of Airbnb sending you the clients, Airbnb is not for the weak. You have to have a good cleaning company. Guess what? You can utilize your Sam's Club MasterCard to pay that company, liquidate that card, turn it into cash, and then pay your housekeepers. Then when you have a guest and the guest comes and stay on your property, then you utilize that money to pay the card back. Come on, y'all, make it make sense. There is strategy to everything. Strategy to everything. And I said for 2025, I'm coming out hard because so many people are saying, don't do this, it don't make sense. I'm going to show y'all how to make it make sense. I'm going to show y'all how to make it make sense. Airbnb is a different beast, okay? A different beast when it comes to Airbnb, okay? You can even utilize that card to be able to fund your business. Fund your business, show transactions coming through your business. Now I'm going to go get fund both PG and no PG. How does that not make sense to have that? Tell me how it doesn't make sense. I'm going to show y'all how it makes sense. So there's no wrong or right way to be able to build business credit. If you build it PG, do your thing. Nothing wrong with that. If you do it no PG, nothing wrong with that. If you do a straight personal credit, nothing wrong with that. But explore all avenues all around. Don't just explore one avenue because somebody tell you it's a waste of time to have a Lowe's card. If you're in real estate, somebody tell you it's a waste of time to have a Sherwin-Williams card. If you're in real estate, somebody tell you it's a waste of time for you to have a Sam's Club card. If you're in real estate, come on now, y'all. I hope y'all caught everything that I just said, okay? Because for 2025, we popping all the way out. We're going to tell people to stop playing with our intelligence in 2025. Everything makes sense if done properly. You can get a Sam's Club MasterCard for $40,000, $50,000. And now you get a credit card on the personal side for $10,000. But they're telling you that Sam's Club is a waste of time, so you should PG. You go get a PG card that's $10,000, $20,000, but you're getting a $40,000, $50,000 Sam's Club card that you can liquidate, turn into cash, and it does not affect your personal credit. You go get a $15,000 card with Lowe's that does not affect your personal credit. You go get a $25,000 with Floor and Decor. We need floors for the house, right? That does not affect your personal credit. So if you make a bad payment on that account, it does not go against your personal credit. You may be a little late, which on the business side, you can communicate with the vendors and let them know that you're going to be a little bit late on the payment. And most of the time they work with you. So it's not a waste of time. You just have to understand this process and how the game works. There's no wrong way to doing this, y'all. No wrong way. Build business credit, no PG. Build business credit, PG. Build credit personally. You got 3 ways of making money now. I can PG it because I got good credit. I don't have to PG it because I don't need to PG it. And then I got my personal credit still on this side. So now you get 3 sources of funding. But on the business side, you get 10 times more the funding on the business side as you do on the personal side. One of my students, we talked about this, $120,000 in a gas card. But yet you guys tell people that gas cards are a waste of time. How are gas cards a waste of time if I'm getting $120,000 in a gas card and I'm running a Turo business? Tell me how that doesn't make sense. I'll wait. It's Friday, y'all. Y'all got me fired up. I don't know who came into my inbox and was telling me that they was watching somebody's video and they was like, oh, it's a waste of time for you. Blah, 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 blah. I get it. Thank you for the motivation. Thank you for the motivation. Y'all, make it make sense for you. People, and I'm gonna just be blunt in 2025. Okay? I'm gonna just be blunt. In 2025, I'm gonna be respectfully blunt. People say that people tell y'all to build no PG business credit for y'all to buy the course and for y'all to buy people courses and just so they can get your money, and they know that no PG business credit don't work. But those same people turn around and try to sell you their program on the PG side. Come on now. Do not build no PG business credit. It don't make sense. But hey, I have this program that you can come buy from me that makes sense. All right now. Y'all stay out of my inbox. Y'all got me fired up. I don't know who sent me that screenshot. But I said the audacity of you to be telling people that this stuff don't work, but at the same time selling them on your course. Everything that I'm talking about right now is free. I have not told y'all to go buy a course. I haven't told y'all to go buy a book. I haven't told y'all to book a consultation. Free game. Free game. I'm not going to say at the end of this year, so I have this program dropping. No, free game. Free 99. I don't have to sell you guys on what makes sense and what works. Somebody said, don't forget about those grants. Absolutely. Hire a grant company. Let me give you a quick gem. I think I talked to you guys about this already, but let me give you guys a quick gem. If you are interested in grants, there is a company called Fiverr, Fiverr. Go on Fiverr, find you a grant writer that will write you grants. I think they do like 4 or 5 grants a month. Because remember, you have to be in it to win it, right? They do about 4 to 5 grants a month. They will write the grants and submit the grants on your behalf. And you're only paying them about $50, maybe $75 to $100, right? And they're doing the work for you. Versus and again, no, it doesn't matter about people prices, because these people who do grants are a beast in what they do. So we're not taking away from them on what they do. Absolutely not. But if you don't have the financial capability to be able to pay somebody thousands of dollars to do grants for you, go to Fiverr, Fiverr. Type in grant writer. Find you a grant writer who will write grants and submit it for you for $50 to $100 per month. You guys spend more than that on food. I know I do, because the economy is super high. Okay? Let's see. All right, y'all. Y'all can go ahead and drop y'all questions. Okay, go ahead and drop y'all questions. Business coach Marsha, I see that you put something over here. Yes, I hear you fired up. Look, let me tell y'all, because you know what it is, y'all? At the end of the day, we're in a society where people try to deter you away from one way to sell what they have going on, right? I get on these live, free 99, and I don't say, hey, go buy my course, right? Now, if you guys ask me, hey, how do I book a consultation with you? That's different. You asking me a question. This is how you book a consultation, right? I'm not saying, hey, go buy this course that I'm going to show you guys how to liquidate your, what's it called? Your Sam's Club card. I just dropped the course. Go liquidate your Sam's Club. Go buy the course for $10,000 or $15,000 or $2,000. I got it on sale right now for $47. Go buy the course and let me show you how to liquidate Sam's Club. Come on now. It's the audacity of y'all telling people this stuff do not work and then try to sell them on your course at the end. No shade to nobody, okay? No shade for nobody. But I tell y'all this, do not come for no PG, okay? Because I am not new to this. I am true to this, okay? And every time y'all try to come for us who do no PG, I'll show y'all why y'all should not, okay? Now, some people will sit back and allow y'all to do it. I am not the person for that. Period. No. Okay, let's see. Just a compliment. The outfit in here is fire. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, girl. Tell a girl they need all the shade. No, I ain't got no shade for nobody. No shade. Okay, no shade. No PG works. It definitely works. You just have to use it the right way. I got this limit stuff on Instagram that it limits how much time I'm trying to spend on Instagram. I'm cutting back on my Instagram time to only be on Instagram for like an hour. It's my 2025 resolution to not just be scrolling through Instagram. Okay. All right, y'all, let's go. Drop them questions. What do you need to qualify for Sam's Club? Great question. So what you need to qualify for Sam's Club, you want to make sure that you have a DUNS number, Experian number, Equifax account as well, okay? For Sam's Club, you want to make, for Sam's Club store card, you want to make sure that you have an 80 Paydex score and at least a 76 Experian score. For Sam's Club MasterCard, to get high approval, you want to make sure that you have an 80 Paydex score and an 85 Experian account and at least 6 vendors reporting in order for you to get high amounts. If you have more vendors, even better. All right. I have been telling people in the blue collar tiers they need business credit, no PG, but it's also something that people are not familiar with. And then people don't trust the process because then we have other people online that's telling people that this process don't work. It's not that it don't work. You don't dedicate your time to it the way that I do. The same way I don't dedicate my time to PG business credit. That's not my thing. So it's probably a lot of things in the no PG space that I don't know. But if you teach PG business credit and I can learn from you, I'm coming straight to you. Because I need to sharpen my skills in the no PG side. On the PG side, right? Same exact thing on the personal credit side. I'm not telling people don't build their personal credit. Build your personal credit, but you don't need personal credit to build no PG business credit. If you do personal credit and you do a good job and you do an amazing job, I'm coming to learn from you. Okay? Good energy. How to build business credit. Great question, right? So so there's different tiers to this. I dropped a video Wednesday on building business credit. That was a basic part of building business credit. But there are 5 tiers to building business credit. No longer your net 30s, right? Net 30s are finished. We're utilizing subscription base, all right? That's number 1. Number 2, we want to get to the retail section. Tier 3, we want to get to our gas cards, our major gas cards. Tier 4 is our business credit cards and then major business credit cards. And then tier 5 is our business loans without having to personal guarantee it. The system works. One of my students has $80,000 in one gas card. Another one has $120,000 in one gas card. Another one has $101,000 in another gas card. Another one has $76,000 in one gas card. Another one has $40,000 in one gas card. Another one has $55,000 in one gas card. If you are running if you are running Turo and you have a car rental platform, it should be no reason why you do not have gas cards. It should be no reason why you're not renting out your gas cards to other people who can benefit from what it is that you're doing. Hope y'all caught that. Okay, let's see. If I have multiple businesses accounts, how do I properly move the money between banks to get funding? Great question, right? And I literally talked about this yesterday. So the question was, if I have multiple business accounts, how do I properly move the money between banks to get funding? All right, so we're going to start from the personal. Remember, you are the president, the vice president, the manager of the company. You have your corporate book. I don't have it on me right now, but you have your corporate book that says that you are allowed to do certain things within the business. You are going to take that money from your personal account and fund your business. Now, we do not want to do commingling, all right? It's a big difference. We do not want to do commingling. What you're going to do is you're going to write out the minutes saying that the business allowed you to fund the business as a manager, president, whatever. Then then the business is going to say that, hey, no, we no longer need the money from you. Thank you as the president or the manager of this company for helping us out, right? We're going to transfer that back into the personal. Then we're going to just rinse and repeat into all your other accounts. But make sure that you are protected. You have minutes that says that a business allowed you to do this. We do not commingling. Commingling means that I'm mixing my personal and business funds in one account, which is a no-no. You are lending money to the business. You're doing something that's called an owner's loan. Okay? Let's see. See, now somebody said, how can I become a student? That's a little bit different, right? Website, bossesbuildbusinesscredit.com. You guys can become a student. I have a free business credit community on Facebook called what is it called? What's the free community, y'all? I'm gonna remember it in a second, right? But there's different ways for you to become a student. Bossesbuildbusinesscredit.com is my website. I do one-on-one coaching, I do group coaching, I do consultations, and I also have other options. Okay. And I'll leave it like that because this is not about go buy my course. I don't want to turn into the people that be like, yeah, don't do business credit, but hey, I'm going to sell you my course over here. Come on over to the dark side. Y'all, everything counts. PG, no PG, personal credit. It all counts. All right. You're welcome. Okay, let's see. What's the gas card the best gas card to start with? So the question is, what's the best gas cards to start with? Remember, when it comes to gas cards are a tier 3. That is major gas cards like BP, Shell, Chevron. Because when you get to tier 3, they will give you about $20, $30, $40, $50,000, $60,000 with them, versus you trying to apply for them in tier 2 when you're getting $2,000, right? $2,000, $500, or you try to apply for them in tier 1, and then they tell you that they want you to put down a deposit. You have to apply for these things in the right tiers. That's your major gas cards. But for those of you guys who just want beginner gas cards, Racetrack, $101,000 my students got approved for, right? $101,000 she got approved for. That's a beginning gas card. Valero is a beginning gas card. 7-Eleven is a beginning gas card, right? These are beginner gas cards. If you have business money in your account already, A to B is a beginner gas card. Do not apply for the bigger players out of the proper tiers. Retail, Sherwin-Williams, Home Depot, Lowe's, those are the bigger players. Do not apply for them in tier 1. You will get declined. And if you do get approved from some odd reason, you're going to get $1,000 when you could have just waited until tier 2 and get $10,000, $20,000. It's not what you get approved for, but how much you get approved for. Let's make it make sense. Okay. How can I get a repo off of my business credit? Great question. How do they get a repo off of their business credit? You can dispute a repo off of your business credit. Okay. Now, my question for you is it personal guaranteed? That will be the answer I'm looking for. So is it personal guarantee or is it just straight business? Okay. TikTok, I ain't forget about y'all. If y'all got questions, drop questions, because I think I can't see y'all questions, but feel free to drop me y'all questions. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Right. So look at this, right? Thank you. Who's that? Nicole. Nicole said, so 2-part question here. Nicole said, so WEX gas cards are tier 1. No, just depends on the cards. Because remember, WEX is a big company. They have different players, right? Depends on the company. See what card it is and then make sure it's in the right tier. There is a WEX card that can be a tier 1, correct? Right? The next question was like, Home Depot asked me for PG. Nicole, Home Depot asks you for PG because you're not ready for a no PG Home Depot card. What does your profile look like? How many vendors do you have reporting? Do you have a Paydex score? Do you have an experience score? A lot of you guys do not have the money to start off big, where people are saying, yeah, get your personal credit clean and then go into real estate, da, 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 da. But sometimes that takes time. So build on the no PG side where you can still get into real estate on the no PG side by liquidating, turn it into cash, putting a down payment on that property. Now you have a rental property on the business side by utilizing OPM, other people's money. If you have had your LLC for over 3 years and haven't used it, Is it considered a shelf corp? Also, do you need to file taxes on the LLC? So it's not considered a shelf corp, but it is considered an age corp. There's a specific way to do a shelf corp, okay? It's considered an age corp because you have had it for 3 years. Yes, you do have to do back tax filing if you have not filed taxes. You can file zero taxes if you have not filed taxes for the business, but you also want to make sure that business is still in compliance. So it does not sound like the business is in compliance. If the business is not in compliance, you need to get the business back in compliance. Okay? Okay, let's see. The hair is laid, baby. Just wanted to throw that in there. Thank you. I appreciate it. Appreciate y'all. Okay. Yeah, I'm talking to y'all from my own personal experience. I used to be an immigrant. Let me put this hand down because I feel like I'm like awkward. I used to be an immigrant. I came into the United States when I was 12 years old. I worked just about every job you can think about, to the point where some of the jobs was paying me $1.25 an hour in the restaurant industry, right? Just about every job. I've lived in shelters before, okay? I have. Been there, done that. So I'm talking to you guys from my own personal experience. I do Airbnb, no PG. I do business vehicles, no PG, right? I do real estate now, no PG. There's a method to the madness. Now, don't get me wrong. I do it in different ways on the business side, the personal side, but the personal side is not considered PG because I'm not doing it as a PG. I'm just doing it personally, right? Where I can refinance, take advantage of my good credit, refinance into the business name later on, 6 months down the line, I can refinance, put that into the business name. All right. Somebody said I needed this. Thank you. You're welcome. Okay. Somebody said, how do you get in compliance? So if your business is not in compliance, you want to contact the IRS and the Secretary of State. All right. Not necessarily the IRS, because the IRS is your EIN. Your EIN don't go anywhere, but the Secretary of State. So you want to contact the Secretary of State if your business is not in compliance. Let them know that you have a business, give them the business name, ask them for the status of the business. And then they will say the business is either active or it's not active. There's a lien on your business because you owe us $100 in taxes or something like that. They will tell you. So not the IRS, excuse me, but the Secretary of State. Okay? Where can I find your business credit? Where can I find your building business credit from scratch to funding? Not the basic one, is in the in-depth one. So that's my Extreme University, okay? Extreme University. So the question was, where can I find your business credit from scratch to funding? Not the basic, but the in-depth one. Extreme University. I also had a lady come in and she talked to you guys about grants, how to apply for grants, how to win grants. Okay, we had the biz lawyer come in and talk to you guys about trademarks. Okay, so Extreme University on bossesbuildbusinesscredit.com. What is the best way to secure a service vehicle if you work in HVAC? The best way to secure one is, the process is the same, right? So you need like that little minivan type thing, right? I have students throughout my 5-day vehicle challenge that have box trucks. They have the slingshots, right? They have the Sprinter vans, right? The process is the same. You just have to follow the blueprint. When I did that program, I didn't do that program for people to go get box truck, but I definitely put in the program 3 different type of leasings you can get in the trucking industry. One of my students took it and she ran with it. She has like 11 vehicles under her business now. My main student is up to 15 vehicles under her business now. I got students who say, you know what, coach, we know that you taught us both regular vehicles and luxury vehicles, but I want to try for a slingshot. Okay, try it. Let me know how it works. Went and got slingshots. The process is the same on how to be able to get these things done. Success leaves clues. You guys can go to my Instagram, Her Secret Vault, and you guys are going to see tons of students' reviews. You guys can go on my Google and type in Her Secret Vault and watch the feedback that people are giving to you guys. Now, what I learned in 2024 is that not everybody's going to be happy, right? You're going to have that one or two people that just don't want to see you succeed. So then they're going to go on Google and say, oh, watch what she's been doing in the past. Absolutely. I've had businesses that failed in the past, 2,000%. I was also 21 at the time when the business failed, right? I started businesses that I had no idea how to run them. Absolutely. But at the time, I was 25 years old as an immigrant in the United States. Have no idea what business was. Right? It's part of the process. Show me one entrepreneur that has not failed at something before they became successful. Show me one. Mindset. The rich get richer because they don't worry about what other people was doing. They worry about themselves. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see. How do you get around opening a business account without using your social security number? Or can you without giving your social security number? So how you can get around open a business bank account without putting your social security number. There are some banks that do that. Okay. So like Navy Federal, you have to have a personal account with them in order for you to have a business account. So we know Navy Federal is not it. You can go to Novo. You can go to PNC Bank. I just opened a whole new account with Wells Fargo for one of my businesses, right? You can open a bank account with BMC. It's specific banks that will allow you to open it up without utilizing your social. And in some of them, they don't utilize your social for PG. They just have your social for verification purposes only. You can still go get a business credit card with certain banks and still not PG it. How do you get a business Equifax score? They told me they cannot find my business, but I have business credit with Experian. Great question. So the question was, how do you get a business score with Equifax? They told them that they could not find their business. Exactly that. They cannot find your business. You need to add vendors on Experian that's going to report to Experian in order for you to get a business score on Experian. If you already have vendors with Experian, you just have to wait for them to report. Okay? I also found my BOI. Good. Great, great, great. I'm in the trucking and transportation. Which leasing should I use? I'm switching to box truck. I'm in the trucking and transportation. I'm in trucking and transportation. Which leasing should I use? I'm switching to box truck. So that's an up in the air type of question, right? I can't tell you that I know nothing about your business. Can you use the insurance for the no PG vehicle for a commercial truck? Okay, so great question. Let me break this down. The question was, can you use the insurance for no PG vehicles for a commercial box truck? Guys, when you have a vehicle under your business, it's considered commercial. It is not personal. So yes, you can use the insurance for anything commercial. Anything under the business that moves, that have wheels, is considered commercial. It's not considered personal. All right. I have several profiles with my business, Dun & Bradstreet, Experian. Should I combine them into one to have a stronger single? No, it's different businesses. The repo is business only, no PG. I followed your method. I just messed up and lost it, but I want to get back in the game. Okay. So you need to file a dispute, because most likely that's popping up on what? Your Experian and Equifax, right? So you need to file a dispute. File a dispute with Experian. I probably should not be saying that on live. um, send me an inbox. Send me an inbox, okay? You know what? No. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm not gonna be that person. I'm not gonna make it seem like it's something that you're doing with shady because it's not, okay? But you can dispute a repo on your Experian and Equifax. Yes, you just have to dispute it. You have to have a paid account with Experian and Equifax in order for you to dispute your repo. Absolutely. I try to get the second account on NAV, but I was not able to get the NAV Prime card, even though I canceled the first account and didn't pay and upgraded to the 73. You're working backwards. All you need is one account with NAV. So NAV no longer have that play that we used to run with them. They have changed things. Now they have like these two different packages, 73 and then something else, right? You don't need to have the NAV Prime account. You can utilize other subscription vendors in order for this to work. Okay. Hey, Shante girl. Hey, hey, hey. Thank you, girl. How you been? Happy New Year. We miss you, girl. How you doing? Everything's good? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, Shante. Happy New Year. How's the kids? Y'all, Shante love to tell her kids that I don't like them. Okay, let me fix this. I really hate when TikTok does that. You got to slide this thing over on TikTok in order for you to continue on TikTok. Everything is good. Happy New Year. How are you? Can't complain, girl. Can't complain. How is the kiddies doing? Y'all, Shante used to tell her kids that I don't like them. I'm like, Shante, stop telling your kids I don't like them. Everything is good. Can't complain. She said the kid's still loud. I cannot. You know what? Kids gonna be kids. Kids are going to be kids. I love it. But good to see that you're doing well. Oh, good to see that you're doing super well, Shante. So proud of you, girl. So proud of you. I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you. Okay. How to resolve 1-year-old Sam's Club card debt. How to resolve 1-year Sam's Club. Same thing. Dispute. Y'all, dispute, and more dispute. Okay. Off the subject, love the pink blazer on you. Thank you. I was actually looking for purple, y'all, because I really want to start going live with only purple stuff. So if y'all find purple blazers and purple shirts or white and purple, but it got to be royal purple, okay? Send it to my DMs, okay? Switch it up a little bit this year. My NAV score went from a 46 to a 19. I don't understand why. I understand why. There's something that's affecting your NAV profile. So they're saying that their NAV profile went from a 46 to a 19. They don't understand why. There's something affecting your NAV profile. Go into your NAV account, right? Or not your NAV account, affecting, let me reread that because I want to make sure I'm giving y'all the right information. So they said there's something affecting their okay, that's why, because you got me saying nonsense. Not your NAV score. You mean your Dun & Bradstreet score. NAV is just a bureau. NAV is a third-party bureau that monitors your business credit profile, okay? So you meant something, your NAV, so it shows on your NAV that your score went down. But remember, NAV is a third-party company. You need to go to the actual bureau to figure out what happened. So if it's Dun & Bradstreet, if it's Experian, if it's Equifax, you want to go to the actual bureau. So if it's your paydex score that went from 46 to 19 or 16 or whatever, you need to go to Dun & Bradstreet directly, or you need to go into your NAV account, go to where it says Dun & Bradstreet, hit view reports. Once you hit view report, it's going to tell you what's happening with your profile, okay? So it could be a high utilization. It can be a UCC filing. It can be a lien on your business. It can be so many different reasons as to why your score dropped. Okay. Let's see. Can you say how to dispute on each credit platform? Yes, exactly what I said. Have a paid account with Experian and Equifax and go into your account and hit dispute. Okay. And hit dispute. Dun & Bradstreet, on the other hand, go down to the bottom, and Dun & Bradstreet on the left hand side, you're going to go down where it says view information or edit information or whatever. So, when you go through the process with Dun & Bradstreet to update your business information, you're going to get to a specific part that is going to say trade lines. And it's going to ask you, do you recognize these trade lines? If you do not recognize a trade line, or if you have a bad trade line, click on I don't recognize this trade line and dispute it. Very simple. Easy peasy. 1, 2, 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3. When you dispute the 1-year-old Sam's Club, will you be able to apply for another? If so, not with that same business. You will be able to apply with a different business. Absolutely. That still shows up in their system. Businesses are a little bit different. Okay. It is a little bit different on the business side. Okay, let's see. You're welcome. You are very welcome. You are very, very welcome. Okay, y'all. Any more questions? TikTok, you guys don't have any questions for me? Or am I just like looking over y'all questions? I apologize if I'm just looking over y'all questions. Because TikTok, you guys are a little bit far, so I can't really see. Okay. I mean, I can see, but so if you guys have questions on TikTok, definitely drop me your questions. I would love to answer y'all questions. I'm literally live on every platform right now. I love it, y'all. I love this. I love this. Like I eat, breathe, sleep this. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. Let me see TikTok. Any questions for y'all over here, TikTok? And thank y'all so much, TikTok, for showing love as usual. I know it's been a minute since I've been on with you guys. So if y'all notice, I'm like sitting further back because I noticed one of my videos that I posted. I was trying to get a clip out of the video and the camera was like this close to my face. And I was like, yeah, no. Okay. So it don't look like TikTok got any questions for me. YouTube, y'all got any more questions for me? Instagram, y'all got any more questions for me? Is business experience and Experian the same? I have subscribed for the regular Experian that reports all three. Can you retype that for me? Can you talk about your summit? Yes, thank you. So Behind the Vault Summit 3 is going to be in Las Vegas, Nevada. Okay. If you want to learn about asset protection, you want to be there. If you want the exact strategy on how we're purchasing homes, utilizing vendors, you want to be there, right? Because I'm going to give y'all the good stuff. We're going to have grants. If you guys want to learn about grants, you guys want to be there. The biz lawyer is going to be there. If you guys want to learn about trademarks, or you guys want to rub elbows with her to be able to learn about trademarks and have her do a search on your business name, you want to be there. Okay. If you guys want to learn about infinite banking on a deeper level, you want to be there. If you guys want to learn about C corporations, I'm telling you, I'm coming out with the heat for 2025. Okay. I have somebody that's going to be there telling you guys about funding, PG funding. Okay, PG funding. I'm working on this girl for no PG funding. She does it as well too. I do it too, but at certain topics, I try not to not to be the only speaker on stage, right? Share the stage with everybody else. All right. I have a speaker that's going to be, what's the other speaker? Not credit repair. There's another speaker. But yes, Behind the Vault Summit 3 is going to be in Las Vegas, Nevada. March 22nd and March 23rd. If you guys want to get your early bird tickets to the Behind the Vault Summit, you can go to behindthevaultsummit.com, go to tickets, and then get your tickets. And then what I want to do is that we'll be doing like a VIP after party where, we'll meet up. We're going to do a meet and greet. I will be doing book signing as well, too, for those of you guys who have my books. But we're just going to have a good time, y'all. A good time, okay? We're going to have a good time. Okay, let's see. I am pending approval for a gas card with WEX, but they want the BOI certificate, which has my social security, which has my social, or should you complete the form? So you're waiting for an approval gas card with WEX. They want your BOI. You see, you smart. You know exactly what they're trying to do. They want your social. So what I do, guys, is that with my tax team, so for instance, if I'm getting a vehicle under my business and I'm going after a vehicle that is based off of my business financials, and they want like your accountant report, I will reach out to my accountant, ask them to remove my social off of all the documentations, and then send me over the documentation without the social on it. So in that way, they cannot PG me. It's straight no PG, okay? Coach P, you cute. So I added my personal info into NAV a few years. Can I delete it and start over? Unfortunately, no. You cannot delete it and start over. But remember, the NAV account is something that as long as you're not paying for it, yeah, deactivate the account for sure and then start a whole new account. But you can't go into that account and delete your personal information. It's already there. And it's so funny that you said that because there's a video coming out. Well, it won't be next year, it'll be the week after, on NAV, like how to get around putting your social on NAV. Like I literally went into it. I was breaking it down for you guys. So yes, back to pending with the BOI. No, you're smart. They're asking that for a reason. Should we be completing BOI forms on our business? For those who did these forms, what do you do? Yes. Everybody needs a BOI. You guys will be fined up to $500 per day, right? Right now, the BOI, what's happening with the BOI is that it's like on and off. Yes, you can do it. No, you shouldn't do it. Yes, you should do it. No, look, my accounting team did all my BOIs already. Okay, I don't care if they come back and say no. At the end of the day, if they come back and say, no, we don't have to do the BOI, it is what it is. It was just a couple of dollars, right? Because they only charge me a couple of dollars. You can do it for free. You can do it for free, right? If it comes back and it says, yes, you have to file, I'm missing all the penalties, right? So in that way, I'm not getting any penalties for not filing the BOI. Cool. I will start a new account. Thanks. You're welcome. You're welcome. How y'all do it? Like this? Wait, how y'all? Like this? Yeah, there we go. Wait, here we go. My finger's too long. There you go. Somebody said, Shantae, you still in here? Okay, should I sign up for Google Workspace for my business? Great question. I also have a video dropping on that. When is that video coming out? We're doing Dun & Bradstreet, Fair Figure. I need to do a video on that. But no, you should not sign up for the Google Workspace. Let me tell you why. This is just my opinion. You can do whatever you want to do. Google Workspace is something that you have to pay for, okay? There is a business. So when you have business Gmail, you go to create an account. It will say, do you want this for business or personal? You want to do business. Do not click on the one that says Workspace. You want to click on the regular Gmail, and it will give you an option for business or for personal. This is also how you list your business on the right side of Google. Okay, I need to do a video on that. Thank you for that. But this is also how you list your business on the right side of Google. Okay, the thing with the Workspace is that when you no longer need the Workspace or you no longer can afford the Workspace, you lose all of that. Okay, you lose all of that, all of the information. Get your domain with like GoDaddy, Wix, those type of players, which is like cheaper, because once you stop paying for Workspace, you end up losing your Workspace information. Yes, y'all, we miss Shantae. How's she been doing? So to answer your question, no. I don't recommend a Google Workspace, because once you stop paying for Google Workspace, you lose that data, and it's not required. Get a regular business account, business Gmail. Okay, let's see. I have I have tried 100 times to put my business on Google, but keep getting declined. Yep, got another detailed video dropping in regards to that. I totally get it. I totally get it. Now they have something where you can do an appeal. Okay, that's also something that's dropping. So actually, it's the same exact thing. So I'm going to show you guys how to create the Gmail account under the business and then put your business on the right side of Google. So it's the same thing. Coach B, someone has a good question on IG. Scroll back. Okay, well, scroll back. Can who was it? Can you have them maybe redrop the question? Oh, that's why, because I put the question in the middle to somebody question, and I'm not seeing any of y'all questions. My bad. Oh my gosh, I scrolled all the way down. Y'all still there. Oh, sorry, y'all. Thank you. I appreciate you. I turned it to that one question and I forgot to scroll back down. My apologies. Let's see. What do you do? What do you do when trade lines are reporting to home address and not business address? Okay, so the question is, what do you do if trade lines are reporting to home address and not business address? The reason why trade lines are reporting to your home address and not your business address is because you have your home address somewhere on that documentation, and most likely it's your EIN paperwork. What you need to do is you need to update that information on your EIN paperwork. Then you want to go to Dun & Bradstreet, Experian, and Equifax and update that in the system. So what you're going to do is you're going to send them proof of your Secretary of State and your IRS documentation that does not show your home address. And you're going to let them know that you are viewing your profile and you notice that your profile has an error. It's listed an address that you're not familiar with. Okay. So that's how you deal with that directly. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, ask again for the good question, whoever that was. Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, I appreciate you. Guys, keep in mind that I'm on 3 platforms, okay? Please, I am not ignoring y'all questions. And when y'all say things like, she ignored or she missed mine, now I'm ignoring or missing it because I'm not purposely doing it, right? Just re-ask your question. You may have to ask your question 2 or 3 times. Just re-ask the question. I got you. I got you covered. But don't feel entitled. Just re-ask the question. Okay, let's see. You said no to me combining my bureau profile for the same company. For the same company? If it's the same company, no, combine it. But if you're saying because you're the president of different companies, then no, it's different companies. I'm trying to help y'all with the question. She's only one person. Thank you. What if the EIN paperwork has business address? So if your EIN has the business address on it, your Secretary of State documentation has the business address on it, contact contact Experian, Equifax, and Dun & Bradstreet. Let them know that you see an address that's showing up on your profile that does not belong to you. Here are my legal documentations to prove that this is not, that my proper address is this, okay? Let's see. All right. Let me make sure I go down here on Instagram because my apologies. I did not see y'all messages. Let's see. How can I get an H Corp for my new so I can try to get funding? Yeah. So the question is, how do you get an H Corp? You want to contact companies that do not have H Corp listed in the public, okay? I personally have a contact for H Corp. So if you're looking for H Corp, you can reach out to them. This is not me selling you a sales pitch on me getting commission. No. Go to Laughlin, call in, ask for Brent, let Brent know that you were talking to Patrice, and Patrice told me that you guys offer Age Corporation. I'm looking for something that's either 4 years old minimum or 7 to 8 years old maximum. Okay. Can you purchase a vehicle EIN only from a private seller? Great question. Yes and no. Okay. I stay away from private sellers because private sellers want you to come in already financed, right? Unless you're going to be able to come in with the funding for yourself. Like if you go to like Lightstream or Nova Bank that will fund you, PNC, BMO, right? You can get funding from them and go in with the actual check with the private lender, a private dealership. They want you to already come in funding, come in already being funded. Yes, correct. Are no PG business credit cards good credit cards to have? Of course. I just gave y'all a whole breakdown on that. Of course, it is a good credit card to have. Everything helps, y'all. Everything helps. So if you know the seller, then tell them to go through the finance company. If they're willing to go through the finance company, absolutely. Let it work in your favor. Is there an alternative way to get my domain and email back if it has expired with GoDaddy? So GoDaddy have what we have as the auction. This is also where you guys can buy age domains from, right? Because if you have an age corporation, you need an age domain. The banks have a system that is who is. They can go to the actual system and see when you purchase your domain. So Age Corporation needs an age domain. Go to GoDaddy, which I have a video dropping on this in February. Go to GoDaddy auction or Namecheap auction and see if you can find the domain. If you can find it, then yes, you can buy. You can start bidding on the domain. Also, if you have a C Corp, an age C Corp, right? Remember, you can do a name change. If you can do a name change if you have not purchased the domain yet. But find the age domain first before you change that name. So if you have an age domain that you bought from GoDaddy auction that's like 4 years, 5 years old, whatever, right? Now you can take that C corporation and do a name change to match up that age domain. So now you have an age domain along with an age C corp. Experian Dun and Bradstreet has correct address. I don't know what the problem with the trade lines. What trade lines are you talking about? Is the problem with the actual company explain you line is correctly reporting? I don't know. Like I don't know what your problem is. That might be something that you might want to reach out to me offline for, unless you give me like a lot more details. Like I'm not sure what you're referring to. Remember, everybody's business is different. I don't know your business firsthand, so I can't say. Still looking for a good corporate address. You guys can get corporate address from WeWork, Opus, Regis, Alliance, but make sure you Google the address first before you purchase it. Okay. The thing with the age domain is that it has to match your C corp, of course. I'm sorry, I am the buyer, and how the seller I'm the buyer and know the seller and just wanted to know how. I looked on the website of the finance company you gave in the 5-day vehicle challenge, but I think they do dealers only. So you're talking about, okay, so you're the person that you're the buyer, you know a seller, and you want to know if they would do no PG with a private dealership. So if you know the seller or the dealership person or the person that's selling the car, go through their finance company. So the finance company that gave you guys, yes, they specifically work with dealerships, right? But private sellers, excuse me, have private financing. So it might be through Chase, it might be through Ford, it might be through a different platform. See the options that they have. Okay. Okay, let's see. All right. Um, do you know the contact information for Experian for dispute? Yes, it's dispute.experian. Uh, I have it. Let me see if it's in my email. I don't think this email is connected to my account. Yeah, this email is not connected to my account. But just go online and type in Experian business dispute. Okay. So if the car is paid off, then why do you need financing for the car if it's paid off? I'm a little confused. Your hair is beautiful, Coach Patrice. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Can you use a no PG credit card like a regular credit card? What's the difference, right? Some cards, no, you cannot do that, right? Some of them, not all of them. But it's a credit card. It's still a business credit card. But there's certain business credit cards, no, like Divvy. Divvy is a business credit card. Of course, you can use it like anything else. How do I book an appointment with you? So if you go to my website, bossesbuildbusinesscredit.com, you can go under services and you can book a 90-minute coaching session. You can book a profile breakdown with me, or any other services that you may need. As far as like building websites, we do websites as well too, guys. So if you guys are struggling with your website, definitely send up an email to orders@hersecretvault.net, and we'll be more than happy to assist you guys with doing your website. We also do brand presence. So for those of you guys who are struggling with your brand to be able to get your business all over Google, we also do that. You guys can do the same thing. Send an email to orders@hersecretvault.net and we can help you guys through the process. So my Google page, do me a favor, drop that question over here because you guys are a little bit far and I can't see that question that well. Drop it over here on Instagram for me, please. Or you're buying the car from the seller. So it's not a private dealership. It's just a seller that you know. So what's your question? Redrop your whole question for me because you're confusing a sister. Don't forget, please, to check your DM for me to talk about the Experian dispute repo. To talk about the Experian, you can ask me the question here. Or why do I need to check my DM for that? I think I answered that question already. Unless I'm like so engulfed in my conversation that I forgot that I told you something. Dun & Bradstreet shows 5 trade lines reporting how to identify each so I can dispute a debt. So here's the thing about business credit, y'all. When it comes to business credit, there's no way for us to actually know which trade line is which. However, what I started doing 5-6 years ago when I got into this field was every trade line that I have, I started doing it one by one. So when they report, I knew exactly what trade line it was. So that's how I'm able to identify it, right? But how can you identify one by one which trade line is which? You can't. not on Dun& Bradstreet, right? What you can do is go down on the left-hand side that says view, edit, or whatever it says. Once you go through the steps, they're going to say, why do you want to update your business information? Is it because of a correction? Is it because of a legal business name change? And as you keep going, there's going to take you to a page that says trade lines. When you get to a page that says trade lines, it's going to show you all the trade lines. It's going to show you what's negatively affecting your profile. You click on that little button right there, and you say that you don't and the reason you can say is you don't recognize this trade line. Okay? Thank y'all. I appreciate it. Okay, let's try that again. I want to buy a car from a private personal seller. Thank you. Okay, because you have private sellers that has private dealerships. So that's what confused me. Thank you. I want to buy a car from a private personal seller. The finance company in the 5-day vehicle challenge only does dealerships. Where should I go for a no PG funding to buy the car? Okay, that is a broad question. Okay, I need to ask you way more information. First question is, how much is the car? Second question is, are they willing to do payment plans, right? Where let's say it's $5,000. Are they willing to do $5,000? You sign a contract with them, then you pay them in installments, right? There's way more behind that than what you're asking me. So answer those questions for me. You definitely need a consultation. Somebody said you need a consultation for sure. Absolutely. You are welcome. I just got an EIN and I am not sure what my next step should be in order for my business to grow. Well, first and foremost, congratulations. Okay. Congratulations, first and foremost, on getting your EIN. Second is, what are you planning on doing with the business? Okay. What are you planning on doing with the business? There's so many different ways for y'all to grow your business, y'all, from creating digital products to becoming somebody's doing what's it called? What's the word I'm looking for? Business plans for people, right? Being a content creator for people. So your business could be branding and marketing. You could create content for people because they don't have the time to do it themselves. So many different ways to grow your business. I just need to know what you're planning on doing with the business. Coach, do you still have the book that shows corporate Addy? Yes. So that's the Bosses Build Business Credit ebook on my website. Yes, it shows all the states with proper corporate addresses. Correct. Can I get funding for in tier 1 for license? And redrop that question for me, please. Okay, let's see. I want to buy a vehicle, but I'm paying $30K cap. I want to buy a business vehicle, but I am paying $30,000 cash. How can I avoid being flagged? Should I finance it, then pay it off? What do you mean being flagged? You mean with the IRS? That's what you're referring to? If you're buying a vehicle, $30,000 cash, that's 30. That's 6. So bring it down to 5. That's 6. Bring it down to 2,500. That gives you 12. You bring it down to 1,000. That gives you 30. So how can you be flagged with the IRS? Remember, the business allows you to buy this vehicle. Are you buying it for the business, or are you using your personal money in order to do that? Instagram, yeah. Phone died on Instagram, so Instagram is off. Products, do me a favor, get everybody from Instagram. Well, the live cut off, never mind. I was gonna say get them from Instagram over here on TikTok or YouTube, but the live cut off. 1 second. I didn't even see that phone was dying. Okay, so okay, business use. Are you using business money or are we using personal money? Because if you're using business money, you just need to put that in your minutes, saying that the business allows you to do this. But if you're going to drop $30,000 on one vehicle, you can get 30 different business vehicles. If you put a down payment of $1,000 on each vehicle. I mean, $30,000 cash, in my opinion, is a waste of money to put down on a vehicle. My opinion, right? Just my opinion. Don't shoot the messages. This is my opinion. I would go to an auction and probably get 10 vehicles. No, not 10. Probably like, yeah, about 10. No, that's too cheap. Just depends. Yeah, 10. Because you got $30,000. 10 vehicles, right? At an auction for $30,000. All 10 of them is paid off. Now they're all running on Turo. I'm making profit on every one of them. My insurance for each one of them is $70 to $80 a month. I don't need all 130 vehicles. Good point. Good point. I'm just saying to maximize your spending, but I get it. You make a valid point. Absolutely make a valid point. So yes, to answer your question, you just need to have that written into your minutes, right? That the business allows you to do this. Absolutely. You made a valid point right there. Thank you for that. You made a valid point. Not everybody wants to go the route of renting. You are 3,000% right. All right, let's see if we can get Instagram back rolling here. You're welcome. You are more than welcome. I had to jump over here, coach. Instagram was paused. My phone died. It cut off. My phone died. So I actually just went back live on Instagram. My phone definitely died. Let's see. Same for me. Yeah, my phone died. I didn't realize the phone was dying, y'all. My apologies. I did not realize the phone was dying. All right, y'all getting back rolling over here, Instagram. Jump over from IG. Yep, my apologies. My phone died. But welcome, y'all. Y'all need to go subscribe to my YouTube channel. So everybody over here on TikTok, everybody over here on Instagram, go subscribe to my YouTube channel, Bosses Build Business Credit. It's a better platform, and then we got a straight view. Okay? All right, y'all. Let's finish up with y'all questions. Any additional questions here? She said back. Absolutely. Okay, perfect. Okay. All right. So my IG is Her Secret Vault. So my business is Her Secret Vault. My tagline is Bosses Build Business Credit. So you will only find Bosses Build Business Credit on YouTube, but my business itself is Her Secret Vault. Okay. So my Google trip, and it says re-verify, but this form looks different. Can I send you the form? Say what now? I subscribe to YouTube, but thank you. Can you come out with a book that breaks down business tiers? I already have a book that breaks down business tiers. That's been on my website since I got into personal credit, since I got into business credit. I have that book for the last, 4 years on my website. It's on the ebooks. It's on the ebooks. It's called Bosses Build Business Credit. So if you go to bossesbuildbusinesscredit.com and you go under ebooks, you will be able to find that book. It breaks down the tiers. It gives you approved address for all states. So for those of you guys who are struggling with getting an address for your business, it's in that book. It gives you the vendors. It tells you when to move on to tier 1, into tier 2, into tier 3, into tier 4, into tier 5. I've had that for the last 4 years. So go to bossesbuildbusinesscredit.com, go under ebooks, and then it's called Bosses Build Business Credit. I just want to make sure that's still the same name of the book. Go on the ebooks, and then it's called Bosses Build Business Credit. Yep. It says business credit EIN only plus list of corporate addresses in all 50 states. Somebody said literally. I've had that book for 4 years. I also have business credit vendors, right? So some of you guys are struggling to find vendors that report to Experian, especially not Experian, sorry, Equifax, right? Equifax especially. I have a book called Business Credit Vendors, Dun & Bradstreet, Experian, and Equifax. Some of you guys asked about disputes. I have a book on how to dispute on all 3 bureaus. Literally. Okay? So yes, bossesbuildbusinesscredit.com. Go on the ebook. It's there. Do you still recommend a gift card hack? Of course. We just did a whole breakdown on that, how we buying real estate with that now. I'm about to go live when I'm actually running the play, and then we're going to go to the property itself. And then if I can bring y'all into the closing, we're going to do that too. We're not new to this. We true to this. This year is more about transparency, because I know that you guys see me talk about it. You guys see me actually do with the vehicle, the Airbnbs and BNB and stuff, but I never take you guys through the actual process, like with me actually doing it, right? Because I'm very private. How can we remove negative items from Dun & Bradstreet? Literally just broke that down all the way down. So for you, I recommend coming over to YouTube and rewatching this, or dispute ebook. How do I receive business credit cards if I have a virtual address? Well, first of all, you shouldn't have a virtual address. You should have a corporate address, okay? And with credit cards, you will have a couple of places that will want to send it to the actual address, right? You can either do mail forwarding, or you can have them send it to your home. Remember, billing and shipping is 2 different things. Billing should always be the business corporate address. Shipping is your home, because that does not report. I send the form. What form? You weren't telling me what form. You're very welcome. Okay, let's see. Or do tell which product of yours has the info about gift cards hack. Which product of mine have the gift card hack? That is a free YouTube video that I recorded 2 years ago. 2 years ago. So go to YouTube. Thank you guys for the love over here. Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all. Oh, y'all so sweet. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. You are very welcome. Can you apply for business license with a virtual address? Again, stop saying virtual address. Y'all should not have virtual address. Y'all should have corporate addresses. But to answer your question, yes. Can you get flagged? Yes. If it's not a good virtual address, corporate address is what you guys should be using. This is why you guys are getting flagged. Who is that over here? ATL, what is it? Is it Brazilian? Or ATL Brazilian wax. Oh, thank you. You appreciate it. Thank you. With all the hearts, I love it. Is it okay to use a registered agent for your business address? You know what? Jasmine, hey girl, how you doing? Hey, y'all. ATL Brazilian wax. Is your business still the same that it was before? Because if y'all in ATL, y'all definitely want to go to her shop. Jasmine, I'm literally on all these different platforms. I'm on YouTube. I'm on Instagram. Yes, her aesthetics, right. This is just my personal page. Yeah, y'all. So she has a business in Atlanta called Her Aesthetics. When I met Jasmine, she was 19, right? So let me give y'all a quick story, right? About 5 years ago, when I was looking to come in. So about 5 years ago, I was looking to open a braiding bar in New Jersey. Probably about 6 years now. It was my first time ever coming to Vegas because I went to a conference to try to learn more about how to open the braiding bar, right? When I got to Vegas at the time, never heard of Vegas before. The conference was just in Vegas. So the first day of me being here, I said, you know what? This is actually not for me. Because that was the same time I started learning about business credit. It was like, I'm like hearing about business credit. And I'm like, what is business credit? So I started doing my own research, PG and stuff like that. So I did not go into the hair business because COVID also hit 2 months later, which was crazy. COVID also hit 2 months later. And I was looking at a space, I would have been screwed, right? And that's what made me move to Vegas because I love Vegas. We stayed at the Four Seasons. Well, no, I stayed at MGM, but the event was at the Four Seasons. MGM, I was like, oh, people smoking, da, da, da. As soon as I went to the Four Seasons, oh, beautiful. So that's what made me move to Vegas because it just reminded me of back home, which was Trinidad. So day one, I was at the conference. Day 2 and day 3, I did not show up because it was not for me, right? The day 2, as I'm sitting at the pool, everybody is talking about Jasmine, y'all. Mind y'all, Jasmine was 19 at the time. Everybody talking about this 19-year-old girl who bought everybody at the pool party shots. Like I'm not a party person. I'm not like I was socialized, yes. But if I had the choice to go down and party with people, I'll be in my room. And that's what I did. But the next day, everybody and their mama was talking about Jasmine. Okay? Because people are like, this 19-year-old girl bought shots for the entire party. And I'm like, who are they talking about? So then I end up finally meeting Jasmine myself. Crazy. She's such a sweetheart, y'all. She is such a sweetheart. So if you guys are ever in Atlanta, go to Her Aesthetics. That is her business. She have a wax studio down in Atlanta, but she's so sweet, y'all. She's so humble. But this is how I found out about this 19-year-old girl like 5 years ago, because everybody was talking about her buying the entire pool shots. There was a lot of people, y'all. A lot of people. But she's so sweet. She's so sweet. Okay, back to business. But her business is Her Aesthetics. So if you guys in Atlanta and need services, Her Aesthetics is her business. Her Aesthetics. Okay, let's see. Okay. My favorite Taurus. Thank you. Thank you. She said, love you, OMG. Can't wait to see you again. Yes, Jasmine, we're going to be in Vegas this year. So come on down to Vegas. We're going to be doing the Business Board Summit. Actually, it's behind the Board Summit now. It's going to be part 3 in Vegas. And then obviously, we got to go enjoy the Vegas nightlife. We're going to do like a party, type of thing. So come to Vegas, March 22nd and 23rd. Are there ways to create income within your business while starting out without being live? Of course. When I started off, I didn't have to do, I wasn't doing live. So you can create ebooks, you can do ebooks for people, you can do people bios for them, you can do social media management for people, so many different. And then now we're in 2025, y'all. So everything is faceless content with utilizing AI. Absolutely. Yes. Hopefully she come to Vegas where y'all can meet her for sure. Okay, let's see. Is it okay to use a registered agent for your business address? She was asking me that question. So is it okay to use a registered agent for your business address? No. And I'm going to tell you why, because I learned this myself. The reason a registered agent is set in place is in the event that the government cannot find you, they're going to serve your registered agent. Or if you get into like tax problems and stuff like that, they're not serving you, they're serving your registered agent. So your registered agent is responsible for serving you or finding you and giving you the information, right? Also, your register, so you should not have your registered agent as your business address. You should have a business address and you should have a registered agent address. Okay? But can you do it? Absolutely. Will I do it? No. But any updates about real estate investment? I work and miss a lot of your life. Yeah, we literally just talked about that. So you might just want to come back on this video for sure. Yes, the gift card hack is on YouTube. Well, at least part of it. There's so much. So when I initially released it like 2-3 years ago, I was not as in depth as I am in it right now. What's a quick way to change your business address? The quickest way for you guys to change your business address is to utilize your tax team. Because when they file in your taxes, they can change it on the documentation. If not, you fill out the form with the IRS and the Secretary of State, and you can change it that way. Hey, I just found you totally interested. You're welcome. Welcome. Does the pay by invoice with Amazon Play still? Yes. Still a strategy. Definitely still a strategy. Can your business be a registered agent? Can the business be a registered agent? Of course, you can start a registered agent company for sure. So here's another thing, right? Let me give y'all a quick thing for making money. If you guys are on here and you guys have a brick and mortar that you guys either own or you're renting out, okay? Or you are the person renting a brick and mortar. You can get a bunch of filing cabinets. Make sure it's a good brick and mortar where people are not getting flagged. You can get a filing cabinet from A to Z, right? Label companies from A to Z. You can promote online that you now offer corporate addresses, right? So now you're charging these companies $50, $100 per month in order for them to utilize your space as a business. Cha-ching. I'm just saying. Okay. And you can buy your filing cabinets from Home Depot or Lowe's, these places that people are telling y'all that it's pointless to have. You can buy these things from there. Or Amazon Pay by Invoice. Wait, no, I don't think Lowe's sell cabinets, do they? I don't think Home Depot sell cabinets either. No, they do. Filing cabinets. Yeah. Amazon Pay by Invoice as well. A video on YouTube you can check out about what? Hey. They do, right? They do all day, right? Even Staples, you can buy filing cabinets. Absolutely. I don't understand why people say it's pointless to have these things when it helps us in these spaces, especially in the real estate space. If you have a brick and mortar, go buy a filing cabinet, put your business on Google, now saying that you offer corporate addresses to people. Every time they get a piece of mail, you put it in their company from A to B to C to D or whatever. They can either come in and pick up the mail, or you can charge them an additional, let's just say $25. You charge them an additional $25 per month. in order for them to utilize, in order for you to send them the mail. So now you're getting $50 a month in order for them to just utilize the corporate space. Plus, you're charging them $25 to forward them their mail. If your space is, let's just say $1,200, and you're charging somebody $75 per business, right? Per business, you can make your rent plus more money by just putting a filing cabinet in your space, right? Jasmine has a business. Why not get a filing cabinet? I don't know if she have a receptionist, but why not get a filing cabinet, put it in the business? Now she put the business online, also offering corporate space. You can get your mail here, or I can send you your mail. Let's make it make sense, okay? Do you recommend a good business tax team that can also help with previous tax filing? Yes, send me a DM on that. Good idea, building owners. Let's get, absolutely, absolutely. Pay by invoice definitely is on YouTube, but I am dropping an updated video on pay by invoice. Okay? She said that was a play. Absolutely, sure was. I hope they caught it. I hope they caught it. All right, y'all. Any additional questions for me here? So the building has one address. Please explain additional address. What do you mean? If you're talking about the businesses, I never said additional address. I said a filing cabinet. Okay? A filing cabinet. If you want to call filing cabinets with everybody from A, B, and C, suite 1, everybody from D, E, and F, suite 2. Come on, man. Come on. Let's make it make sense. Okay? Think outside of the box. Listen to the words that I'm saying, right? Because some of the things I'm literally giving y'all is just kind of like quick tea, quick hack. I want y'all to catch it. Because some things, like the explanation on some things is just like, it's a little bit different. But I throw things out and I want y'all to catch it. Okay? Hope you caught that. All right. Any additional questions, y'all? Because if you guys have no additional questions, this has been amazing. Okay? We have been on here for almost 2 hours. It is Friday. Okay? It is Friday. I want you guys to enjoy your Friday. Somebody said court. Pretty much like Opus. Exactly. Opus, Regis, WeWork, Alliance. All they do is they have a corporate building that they own, and they charge you to get your mail there, right? They also charge you to rent the space out if you want to have an actual space with them. What are they doing that you can't do? Nothing. Make sure you have a nice building. Okay, sure. But it's just getting people mail, you know? People need a place to send their mail. But yeah, you're right. Absolutely. Somebody said fax is on. Okay. All right, y'all. Any additional questions for me? What about Opus Virtual? Opus Corporate. Corporate. Start saying the word corporate. Virtual address is what's getting you guys flagged fast. Start saying corporate. You can utilize Opus corporate address as long as it doesn't show up as a virtual address. Okay? Coach, what is the upgrade on the person who you said, not upgrade, update on the person who you said helps us with the personal credit a few months back? If we went to start, what do you mean? What is the update? Okay, let's see over here. Okay. All right, y'all. Well, happy Friday. Enjoy y'all Friday. I appreciate y'all for rocking out with me as usual. Every Wednesday, we're dropping a YouTube video, so make sure that you guys are subscribed to my YouTube page, which is bossesbuildbusinesscredit.com. So you guys can get updated videos on these questions that you guys are asking, okay? All right, happy Friday. I appreciate you guys. I thank you guys so much. As a reminder, Bosses Build Business Credit. I'll talk to you guys soon, okay? Look like TikTok already got cut off over here. Bye, guys. Okay, let's see. Never received the information after I submitted my name. Just resubmit it, okay? Thank you so much. You are more than welcome. You are more than welcome. All right, y'all. Happy Friday. I appreciate you guys. I thank you guys very, very much. Okay. I'll talk to you guys very soon. Watch out for my video dropping every Wednesday. Thank you guys. Enjoy your Friday. Toodaloos.